What up, y'all? We about to get nerdy with this one. What we're gonna do is kind of a shootout between four different signal paths for recording guitar DIs. What we have on track one is you're going straight into a Focusrite Scarlett using the instrument button on that, which engages some DI circuitry and just turns that into a high impedance instrument input. Then on the second track, we're going through a Countryman Type 85 DI box into one of the mic preamps on the Scarlett. Then on the third track, we're going direct into the DI input on an RME Fireface UCX2. And then lastly, we're going through a Countryman Type 85 DI box into a mic preamp on the RME Fireface UCX2. We're going to start with the Scarlett DI. Some things I want you to pay attention to here as we jump from one track to the other are the transient energy and the pick attack. Especially, going from the Scarlett to the Fireface, like it's a pretty big difference. The overall kind of clarity and tonal balance of the DI, and just the fullness of the sound. So there is a difference. If you're watching this, I really highly recommend listening to this either on some studio monitors or a pair of wired headphones. Like, you don't want to listen to this on your phone speakers or Bluetooth headphones. Frankly, Bluetooth is a garbage protocol for audio. Like, there's a lot of signal degradation that happens. So if you're listening to this on Bluetooth headphones or a phone speaker, you're probably not going to tell the difference because it's not really as much as you may think it would be, going from an interface that this is the second generation 18i20. So you can have one of these for under $400 probably at this point, where the Fireface, that's a $1,700 interface, super, a higher end piece of gear. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and start with the Scarlett direct in. So yeah, I mean, see, like, as you go from one track to the next, it's maybe not, that big of a difference from one to the other. The Scarlett DI, it's okay. The 85 into the mic pre on the Scarlett, it's pretty solid. And then once you get to the UCX2 DI, I mean, I think it gets quite a bit better. And then, my favorite is the 85 into one of the mic pre's on the UCX2. Like, that's the way I record DI, like guitar DIs, is through the 85 into the mic pre. Like, that is my ideal way to track a guitar DI, especially where this kind of difference really comes into play is if you're reamping. So, like, for instance, if you're going to take this DI signal, send that through a digital to analog converter and through a guitar rig, you want that signal to be as good as it possibly can be, so that you can get the best possible guitar tone in the end. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go straight from the Scarlett DI input to the UCX2 with the 85. that's a pretty big difference, like jumping from the Scarlett DI to the 85 into the preamp on the Fireface. And I promise, like I'm not making this video to shit on the Scarlett. Like I don't want the red interface gang like you fucking like throwing a hissy fit in my comments. Like I fully understand that you can take a Scarlett and make great music on it. Like I mained a Scarlett for a long time, like the 18i20. Like right now it's just slaved off my Fireface as an ADAT converter. But I mained that shit for a long time. Like I've done shit that has gotten bands signed to labels. I've done shit that has been on the radio. I've done shit that has like been product placements on like, software vendor, social media accounts and shit. I've done a lot of good work on the Scarlett. The thing, once you get into the nicer gear, it just kind of gets out of the way and makes things a little bit easier, right? So, to me, like the biggest difference as you move from the Scarlett to the UCX is, the transient energy on the pick attack gets a lot better. To me, the Scarlett DI especially kind of sounds a little bit smeared almost, like it's, there's some frequency information that's missing. But by the time, you get over to the Fireface, it's a lot more full sounding, full bodied. And especially with the 85 DI box. I love the 85 DI box. Honestly, it's a shame. I don't know what happened to those. Like they used to be everywhere, but now they're, they're on either like special order or like super long back orders everywhere, which is kind of a bummer, because they're really good DI box. Like even the 85 into the preamp on the Scarlett, like that's totally usable. Like I'd be totally good if somebody sent me that shit to reamp, but it is worth kind of checking out and comparing what like the more budget minded gear versus like the nicer gear can do. Because the nicer stuff, it just kind of gets out of the way and just makes it easier to get really good sounding tracks, especially, if I'm going to reamp this, like I want the best quality DI that I can get, because it's going to go through a step of digital to analog conversion, and then it's going to go through a reamp box, and then it's going to go through a guitar rig, and then back into a mic pre. So, I really think these kind of tests are worth doing and comparing, just because, you may not have access to a Fireface, you may not have access to a nicer interface to really hear what the difference is, but there is a difference there. So thanks for hanging out. Like, I hope you like this. I know it was a short little video, a quick little test, but there's definitely a difference. And I think it's cool, like looking at this kind of stuff.